Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're trying a little bit of an experiment. It's a Canada tube fly Hobo Spey type experiment. So let's see how we go on. So this is about 1.25 as the main tube inches from Sean Stanton, and it's got a little bit of an inner tube attached. It's going to be black and pink predominantly. Let's see how it goes. So starting with some Veevus 140, just to get some wraps down. That's better. I'm just going to run this all the way up. And then I'm going to snip that off about there. And then use a little bit of dubbing. So this is some of this pink stuff from Loop that I quite like. So just a little bit. Just to effectively give, let's call it a back stump. Yeah, that'll do, just a little bit. And then what I'm going to catch in, this is black 30mm polar is what this is called. Now this stuff's a bit mad, it looks like the sort of stuff you'd find in a pike lure, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. And just bring it back to the back stump. Okay, we're going to come back in with our pink dubbing. Don't want this to be too heavy. This is going to make up the majority of the body on this tube. Okay, and what I'm going to do at this point is get my dubbing brush and just fluff some of this out just a bit. This is creating some big volume. Don't pull it out too much, but yeah, just giving this some air time. And then basically what we're going to do is take your polar, treat it like a hackle, comb these bits back as you come up and through. I'm looking forward to seeing what the hairdryer treatment does to this. This could be interesting. And one final turn at the top. Good stuff, just lock this in. So it all looks a bit mad and mental just now. We shall see how things progress. Okay, up next I'm going to take some of my pink craft fur. I'm going to put some wax on the thread first. Pink craft fur. Make sure you comb out the base if you're using something like craft fur, because it's usually got an under fur type base to it, which can be annoying. Just going to come in, set that here, and I'm going to roll round the shank. And I'm going to tighten up back towards where I finished the dubbing. and then you can bring all this back. Try not to catch too much of it as you bring it back. You can bring all this back, and this is going to give you some volume on the front of the fly. So it's starting to give you that nice puffed out look to it, which is really what we're looking for. Okay, up next I'm going to catch in some black Marabou. Just a sort of standard Marabou with a bit of volume to it. Tip first. A couple of wraps down. You can fold back the tip. You can actually come in and snip that away if you want. Then bring your thread forward to a point that you want to catch in, just tidying up a little bit. And then stroking this back, some nice turns. Probably look to use all of this. It's one in front of the other, stroking it back. Just keep fluffing it until you can get to where you need to be. I'm going to catch this in here. Catch it in with 3 turns. Tuck this back a little bit. And then chop off this excess stem piece. As always, be careful, don't get your thread, which sometimes is famous last words. Then just tidy up. Again, we're building this big sort of volume on the front of this fly. This stage I'm going to put on some rainbow flashabou. So just catching on the top, a couple of turns, and then you can bring some of this down the sides and around the bottom as you see fit. Again, I'm not being too particular with this. Okay, good stuff, quite happy with that. Next I'm going to add on some Rhea. So nice long wavy fibre, pink and black top and bottom. So I want these quite long. So just come in and catch it, a couple of turns. And you come in and do the same on the bottom with a pinching loop. And you can spread them out a little bit, move them around. Again, giving you that volume, that big fly look. Okay, relatively happy with that. I'm going to come in and chop away the excess. Okay, good stuff. Right, I'm going to tidy up a little bit, so wax on the thread, give you the grip, keeping it tidy. Okay, so I'm going to add a small amount of a longer flash at this point. Just catch it in with 2 turns on the top, and again stroke it back. It will find a natural place to sit. Then I'm going to add on a small amount of Rhea. And as you've no doubt seen me do in some other videos, I'm then going to unwind and then recatch. Reducing the bulk. Then you can come in and snip those end pieces away. Okay, good stuff. The last thing I'm going to add onto the fly are 2 jungle cockeyes. Definitely not a requirement or mandatory, but I just fancied it, so I'm just going to crack on with that. Okay folks, last thing I'm going to do is just add a little bit more dubbing just to the front of this fly. It's a technique I use quite a lot when I'm doing dry flies, whenever I add a little bit of dubbing to the front and then comb it backwards. So I'm going to try it here and see what happens. And then what I want to do is just come in and whip finish from here. Okay, good stuff. Then we can cut the thread away. It's 1 or 2 little fibres from the dubbing coming forward, but the cone head will cover that up, so I'm not too worried about it. at this point. So you come in, get some super glue, get it onto the area that you whip finished off of. All around, get a little bit on the tube as well. Then come in with your cone head and push it up against the dubbing nice and tight. And try not to stick yourself to the cone head. Well folks, there you have it. A fly on the fly, designed for Canada. Lots of movement, as you can see. Really good fun to tie. Hopefully it'll catch a nice steelhead or even a salmon. Give it a go. Make up your own fly, see how it goes. In the meantime, drop a comment, hit a like, hit the bell. Let me know what you think. Cheers.